Hey everyone, my name's Rodney and I'm just big boned. And this is day 236 of my weight loss journey. And you may remember last week I did a little bit of video on 3 ways you can curb hunger. Well, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what hunger is and really the different types of hunger. So, 2 different types of hunger. First of all, there's physiological hunger, which is when your body is telling you you need food, you need to eat. And this is, when your stomach starts to growl, you get sick, you start feeling like, hungry in the tummy and stuff like that. The second type of hunger, which you're probably going to focus more on, is psychological hunger. And this is when your mind is telling you you need to eat, as opposed to your body telling you you need to eat. And this is where I find a lot of people, they get confused. First of all, your mind's telling you need to eat, so you think, oh, I need to go eat. But it's a different type of hunger than the physiological hunger. So reason why we could get psychologically hungry, first of all, our emotions, especially if you're an emotional eater and you're feeling a bad emotion, you think I need to go eat something, I'm hungry, whatever. That's because the emotions are there and present, and your mind is telling you need to go eat to cope with that. It's not that you need to eat because you're physiologically hungry. But it could also be other reasons. Maybe you've just started eating less than you normally do, and so your mind isn't used to you eating as little food. Maybe you've been used to eating more and more food, and when you try and cut down, the body's going to go, hang on, whoa, we've never had this much food before, this little amount of food. We need to go eat. And I've been finding myself in that a little bit lately. Or it just could be other psychological means. Important thing to do is when you're feeling hungry, you're thinking you need to go eat, you need to stop and ask yourself, all right, what type of hunger is this? Am I psychologically hungry or is it physiological? So pay attention to your stomach and what that's feeling like. And if your body is saying, no, actually, I don't need to eat. I'm satisfied. I could fit more in, but I'm actually good if we don't. Then it's got to be some sort of psychological hunger. So then try and ask yourself what is behind it. Are you eating less than you normally would? Is there some emotion at play? Are you bored? Are you, do you have nothing to do? Is there nothing occupying you? And then when you identify that, you can actually take steps to remedy that. So if you're feeling an emotion, if you're feeling stressed or angry or whatever, then deal with that in a different way. So you could be journaling, or you could be calling someone up and having a talk. You could be, however whatever way you deal with these emotions, other than eating. If you're bored, go and do something. Go and find some way to distract yourself. If you're not used to eating that little food, then really just sort of say to yourself, look, I'm actually good if I don't eat. I don't need to. And eventually that thought of, I need to eat, it'll pass. If we've fallen into certain habits, for instance, one of the big things I struggled with psychological hunger is when I ate dinner, I then got just a craving for something sweet, because my mind had been conditioned into dessert after dinner. Even though I wasn't hungry and I didn't need it, but I just then got this urge, got this craving, and cravings are another example of a psychological hunger as well. And so I actually just had to sit with that Just say, this is the reason why, and I just need to break this habit. And after time, new habits form, and you stop getting that urge, you stop getting that craving. Also being triggered is another form of psychological hunger as well. So if you are trying a new plan of eating and you're watching TV and you see an ad for pizza or McDonald's or KFC or whatever, and you think, oh, now I've got to crave, I really want some of that now. That you've become triggered. The idea is put in your mind, and quite often that will just then keep talking to you. It's like, I want it until you break down and go have it. Or what happens if you sit with that long enough, you find that craving also goes. It's a fleeting moment, especially if you then can do something else, if you can then go and watch something else, if you can go and do something to distract yourself, or do something productive, or have some water or something like that. And that can also help with the trigger. And I know there is a lot in the world right now. People feel triggered, and so they try and stop the triggers from happening. If we're talking to certain people, say, look, don't talk to me about whatever because I feel triggered. And you know what? It doesn't work like that. You cannot control things that you're not in control. You can't control outside influences. You don't see an ad for Macca's on the TV, ring up, the television studio and say, no, you need to pull down all those advertisements because I'm feeling triggered. It's like, no one cares if you're feeling triggered, all right? You need to take care of that. You need to actually learn how to participate in a world where these things come up and you're going to be triggered, right? If you're dealing with extreme cravings, extreme triggers, extreme extreme sort of psychological things that that's forcing you to eat, to binge eat, then really consider seeing a counselor or a psychologist, because they can help you uncover what's underlying, what the cause is, and help you come up with ways to deal with it. All right, so that's a very sort of brief, messy little introduction into psychological hunger. Hopefully there's something you can take out of this, and it's something I'm also still dealing with and working on as well. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, but it doesn't matter. All right, if you've got any questions you want to ask me about my weight loss journey or about me in general, please leave them in the comment section below. I would love to answer them for you in a future viewer question video. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe and follow me on my journey. But over 150 of you, and when we get to 200 subscribers, we're having another giveaway. So please help us get there a lot quicker. Hit like and hit the subscribe button. Help us grow. I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And just remember, I'm not fat. I'm just big boned.